Welcome back to Putasos podcast, episode number 49. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Baby Joe.
Sammy Sniper.
And today, we're going to go over UFC 308 recap.
Fighter of the year.
And more. So, first thing we're going to go over is 308. That card was a badass card. Unfortunately, the good guys lost. The bad guys won. But we saw a lot of stuff from fighters on that card that really kind of just propelled them to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and start off with the main event, Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Bro, Ilia Topuria just proved that he is that guy.
He is that guy.
And his skill level is way up here.
Yeah, bro.
And I think we already kind of knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But to do what he did to Max.
First person to ever knock him out.
And like, if you watch back that sequence, like I saw some dude like basically break it down, and Topuria kept, because Max, he fights and he likes to, it's called a backhand parry.
Mm-hmm.
So his power hand, he likes to parry that with that hand.
Mm-hmm.
So he was feinting a lot to get him to parry. And when he feinted and got him to parry, he reached over, swiped, boom, and then caught him while he was switching stances, so he was square. Like, you have to have such a high IQ to even set that up.
Yeah.
And then in the finishing sequence, he threw a right blow. Kind of bounced off Max's shoulders, and then before he even threw the left, he switched the back, boom, and caught him with the power hook.
Dude.
And I was like, dude, to do all that in that short little amount of time, you have to be so smart to be able to do that.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's the new generation.
He is, and I'm like really excited to see his run.
Me too.
Honestly, I hope it goes for a long time.
I hope it goes for a really long time. I hope we get we'll never have another Conor. But just something special.
That guy's special.
Yeah. He's only 27.
He's only 27.
He's younger than us.
7, bro.
Not by much.
1 year.
1 year, yeah.
And then the co-main event, Hamza, bro.
It's alright, bro.
Smashed his jaw in. His teeth were where his tongue's supposed to be. Did you see that picture?
Yeah. Because Rob had
that picture.
He was talking about it before the fight too. He fucked up his teeth when he was coming up.
He fought DDP. And he said that's when he fucked his teeth up.
Oh, and so it was a metal plate. So that whole metal plate that was holding his teeth, he broke that whole thing in. Dude, that shit was disgusting.
And Hamza, when you look at the middleweight division in general, and we've talked about this before on multiple episodes, there's no high-level wrestlers. None of them. At the top at least.
Yeah. Especially on Hamza's level.
And bro, I think if he fights DDP or Strickland, whatever way that plays out, he's taking the belt.
Future champ?
He's taking the belt. And I feel like he'll hold it for a long time because I just don't really see that many guys that'll give him a good run for his money, at least for a couple of years. You got a couple guys coming up, guys like Bo Nickel, but they're still kind of far out.
Yeah.
They're not there.
At least a year or two out, yeah.
So, yeah, Hamzat just proved that doesn't matter what way you're going to put him in. He's gonna
First round, yeah. Jesus.
First round domination, too. Domination.
Yeah. I was watching it at my house, and I was like, I should have took a parlay on Hamzat shooting in the first 15 seconds. And then I was watching, it was at 14 seconds, and he shot.
You know what's crazy? His last 4 fights, he shot, I don't know the order exactly, but his last 4 fights, he did a shot in 14 seconds, a shot in 14 seconds, a shot in 4 seconds, and another shot in 4 seconds.
It's so crazy, bro.
He shoots immediately.
Yeah.
And he shoots low, too. So it's
it's
really hard to catch him with anything. And you have to be really good to shoot that low. That's just straight confidence, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a clean takedown. He's shooting, grabbing an ankle, and just working his way up. But he's so strong, he sucks people's weight out underneath him and just goes to work.
He's fucking gnarly.
He's so good.
That was a crazy fight.
That was a good one. You have, is it
Sheriff Putin?
Sheriff Putin, that guy.
That shit was never been double spinning back.
That was gnarly, bro. You had Leon Murphy holding his O. There's just a lot of good stuff on that card in general. Kind of brings us to our next thing. I want to play UFC Matchmaker. I don't think we've done this before as far as an official kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I want to go through the fights and we'll see kind of what our opinion is on what's next for these guys.
Okay.
All right, so first person is Sheriff Putin. He called his shot on Izzy. I don't think he'll get that. I think it's too big of a jump. But I do like Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen's coming off a loss to Imavov. Imavov's kind of on the up trajectory. Mm-hmm. And then Brendan Allen's just kind of in limbo right now. And that division's really active at the top right now. Mm-hmm. So I don't see Brendan Allen really getting his push towards the title. And then, I don't know if you saw on Twitter or Instagram, but MVP also said, he said, leave my boy Izzy alone. I'll go up and I'll fight you.
That'll be a cool fight.
And a striker versus striker.
Striker versus striker.
So I like that.
How do you see that going?
Man, I don't know, dude. I'll say this about Sharapoutin. He always just finds a way to win. I don't think he's, extraordinarily, out of this world phenomenal. Mm-hmm.
He's only got one out.
But you just win, bro. At the end of the day, you win. The W is a W.
And in that fight, Petroson was going for, because I think it's his left eye that's messed up.
His right eye.
Is messed up?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it's his left, bro.
When I see pictures of him, it's always it's our left, his right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So if I was a striker, I'd be going for that good eye.
Yeah, bro. You take that good eye out, he's blind.
He's blind.
Literally, bro.
Just give him an eye poke. Oh, it's an accident.
I was trying to gauge distance.
Yeah. Give him a little Stipe DC eye poke.
Oh, man.
It'll be over.
DC should have beat that guy. Anyway. I like someone like Brendan Allen. I mean, even someone like Apollo Costa. That guy, for whatever reason, keeps losing and keeps getting number one contender fights. So I
feel like Paulo Costa might beat him, though.
I don't know, bro. I just know every time he loses, he always gets a number one contender fight. And it's bro, he's on a 3-fight skid. No. But I think that's a good fight, too. Mm-hmm. But I think Brendan Allen's a little bit more appropriate.
I think there's a few options. Definitely should be a ranked opponent.
For sure.
We got Caio Borralho, who may be fighting Izzy, but I think that would be a good fight. We got Jared Cannonier, and we got the backflip man, Michael Pereira.
Yeah.
He's coming off an L, but any of those three I think would be good fights. I'd probably go with Jared Cannonier. I think that would be a good striking battle, a good test for Sharapoutin. I do think
that's a really good fight.
I do think Cannonier would utilize some grappling though, because Sharapoutin hasn't really faced that much in the wrestling department. He's obviously a striker.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's been training his wrestling.
He's Russian, bro. He's
the
genetic.
Only Russian. Yeah.
Nah, bro. Shit's genetic.
He'll figure it out. His last name is Magomed or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that fight a lot actually. But kind of like we said earlier, there's not really grappling's not deep in that division. Mm-hmm. So even if someone grapples with him, I don't see anyone in that division that's gonna take him down and just bully him. You know.
Besides,
Hamzat, obviously.
Besides Hamzat.
But Hamzat's going.
Hamzat just jumped 10 ranks. He's ranked number 3 now.
Yeah, he's getting a title shot next. So, yeah. But no, I like that. Cannonier, Brendan Allen. Those are both really good fights for him.
To the winners of 308 Matchmaker Edition. I don't like that, so I'm gonna subtract that from the video and multiply the amount of fadedness in me.
Nice.
Next, we got LaRon Murphy coming off a decision win versus Dan Ige. There's a lot of options in the featherweight division for this guy. He called out Josh Emmett. I like the call out. That's a scary call out to make because Josh Emmett has some hand.
He has a ton of options at featherweight. He's coming off a win of Bryce Mitchell. But that division, as far as outside of your top 4 guys, is wide open. You have Yair Rodriguez. You have Calvin Kattar. You have Josh Emmett. You have
Aljamain Sterling.
Arnold Allen. I mean, there's just a ton of good fights. Mm-hmm. So I think he made the right call.
any of them.
I feel like he made the right call though.
Yeah,
I feel like Josh Emmett's the perfect.
And if he wants that fight, he wants it for a reason. They've done their research.
Oh, for sure.
They think they could win.
For sure. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm excited for this guy's future.
Me too.
Undefeated from the UK. Next one is Magomed Ankalaev. He's coming off a unanimous decision victory over Rakic. I think it's pretty clear what's next. Give the man his title shot. He's earned it. He's deserved it. So, I think that's pretty unanimous across the board. Mm-hmm. He's fighting Pereira next for the light heavyweight title.
I agree with that. I don't think there's any other options.
There's no other option, bro. And Pereira has kind of cleared out your top couple guys, so I think Magomed is the easy number one contender for the light heavyweight title. Next one is Hamzat and Whitaker. We're going to do both of them. So first we'll start with the winner, Hamzat. I think that one, in my opinion, is pretty clear. I think Hamzat's next for the title shot, whether he's going to fight right now or wait for the winner of Strickland and DDP. Regardless of either way you go, Hamzat's next. So I think he just sits it out and see how things play out with the UFC.
For Whitaker, I feel like Whitaker should fight Strickland and Hamzat should be next for the title. Hamzat deserves it. DDP already beat Strickland. It was a close match, but who wants to see DDP versus Strickland again? I mean, people do want to see it, but who would rather see Hamzat versus DDP? I feel like everybody would rather see Hamzat versus DDP.
I agree. And what you could also do too, if the UFC is already working on Strickland versus DDP too, you can just have Whitaker take a break and have him fight the loser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Because I think Whitaker versus Strickland, I think people have been wanting to see that. Mm-hmm. And then Whitaker versus DDP too. Mm-hmm. I think that's also a good fight.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad idea either. Just having him I think he needs a break regardless. Mm-hmm. I know Strickland wants to fight. So I don't know if Whitaker would want to book himself that quick, but
I don't know if Hamzat would also want to fight Izzy.
Hamzat would destroy Izzy.
I think Izzy would knock him out in the first round.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding.
There's also that February card coming up in Sydney, and I'm sure that Whitaker would love to fight on that. It's not like he took a ton of damage. I mean, his teeth got caved in.
February, what's that? That's 4 months away?
Yeah, I mean, I know he would probably like to fight on that card, but if he doesn't, you got a lot of options. But I think he's going to stay afloat at the top. I don't think he'll take a big dip down in the ranking.
And your main event winner and loser, we got Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. For Ilia, his next option, it's already guaranteed. Volkanovski rematch.
Yeah.
Volk deserves it. Even though he got knocked out pretty bad, Volk
he deserves it.
Was very busy, very active champ.
Very dominant champ.
Very dominant champ.
I think the only way it's not Volk next is if Volk really wants to push for that Sydney card in February. Topuria already said he's not fighting there.
Yeah.
So if he really pushes to fight on that card,
I don't think
and he fights Diego Lopez on that card for an interim title, and Diego Lopez wins, that's the only case scenario that I see Volk not being.
I don't think Volk will take that.
I don't think he's that dumb.
Yeah.
I think he'll wait and get his shot and kind of do it that way.
And for Max Holloway, this man has a lot of options. I think the best option is moving up to lightweight.
Easy.
You've been a champ in featherweight for a long time. You've fought the best of the best. You've been at the top of the division. You lost 3 to Volk for the belt and 1 to Topuria. You lost 4 title fights. Move up to lightweight. You beat Gaethje there.
He's ranked 5 right now, I'm pretty sure, at lightweight.
Oh, he moved up? They moved him up.
They moved him up right before the fight. So, he's coming into lightweight already ranked in the top 5. I think, you give Max versus Dustin 2. You give Max the loser of Chandler and Oliveira. Keep in mind, Max TKO'd Oliveira.
Yeah.
So,
and he knocked out Gaethje and he's ranked below both of them.
Yeah, he has wins over... He's number 5, and he has wins over 2 guys
and 4
in the top 5.
Yeah. Oliveira's 2.
So it's I think lightweight is looking really good for Max right now. So I think take a break. You just got knocked out for the first time in your life. Take a little bit of time off. See what happens with Chandler and Oliveira.
See what happens with Islam and Arman.
And take it from there.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think...
He's still young.
I think Max goes straight into a number 1 contender fight.
Oh, 100%. They're not going to treat him like Aljamain.
Yeah, dude, they did Aljo so dirty.
He's 100. He could even get it, bro. They might even give him a title shot after a loss.
Nah, they won't give him a title shot. He'll have to get 1 win, but I think you put him straight into a number 1 contender fight. Poirier 2, they're both free.
That everybody wants to see that fight.
Sorry, that'd be the 3rd fight. Poirier Holloway 3, and then
He does want that fight too.
He does. He wants to probably get that win back. I personally, selfishly, like him fighting the loser of Chandler and Oliveira. I think that's the best fight to put together. Because let's just say Poirier beats Holloway again and then retires. Like, that did nothing for anyone. You just devalued Max and then he's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like...
But I see Holloway beating Poirier. You never know, though.
Yeah, it's a tough fight.
It's a good fight.
It's a good fight.
It's a main event.
Next thing we're going to talk about, and I saw someone tweet this on Twitter, and it really kind of got my mind going. Is featherweight the best division ever?
Of all time in UFC?
All time. What do you think? Be honest.
That's so hard to say because I feel like recently lightweight's been dominating. Light heavyweight was huge for so long.
That was like the premier weight class.
Yeah, light heavyweight was the weight class from like even before the 2010s, throughout the 2010s, and lightweight's been really big lately. Heavyweight is heavyweight. Everybody loves heavyweight.
I think featherweight is so... I'm going to say yes, it is the best division ever. And I think the reason why is because it's so stacked with skill. Like
skill, speed, and they knock out.
Like if you look at light heavyweight, when John Jones was running it, although he ran through a lot of people, like if you look at it now, like it's a little bit weaker.
Yeah.
It's not as deep. Featherweight has been deep forever. Aldo was holding the belt. Keep in mind, he was fighting Chad Mendez. He was fighting Cub Swanson when he was at his peak. Like he was fighting all these killers at 45. Mm-hmm. Uriah Faber, even he went up. And then he lost the belt to Max. And Max held down the belt for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then it went to Volk. He held the belt down for a long time. Oh, I'm sorry. Connor was before. Aldo, Connor, Max, Volk, Topuria. All 5 of those guys are absolute killers.
Yeah.
Like not one of them.
They're all like Hall of Fame, easily Hall of Fame.
They're all Hall of Fame.
Yeah, easily.
Most champs are Hall of Famers regardless. Yeah. But like if you look at a lot of these other divisions, like you don't really see like all 5 champs are like generational talents.
Yeah, Aldo, Connor, even though he never defended the belt, it's Conor McGregor.
First double champ ever.
Max Holloway.
Aldo won the belt at 23, WEC, and then it transferred to UFC. Has the most title defenses. Then you got Conor, first double champ ever, knocked out Aldo in 13 seconds. Then you got Max. Well, Aldo won the belt again, then Max beat Aldo again and held the belt down for a long time there. Volk, active dominant champion, and then Topuria has currently beat the 2 best featherweights to ever do it back to back by knockout. Mm-hmm. Like all 5 of those people are generational talents. I don't think I can say the same about that at every weight.
That's true.
You know, I love that weight class. I think it's the best weight ever.
That's the weight you would fight at.
No, fuck no. Oh, I would suck down as far as I could. I'm staying far away from that weight class, bro.
Just paperweight?
Yeah, bro. I'm going fucking flyweight, dog. Fuck that shit. You got me fucked up, bro.
You're fighting support. Yeah, actually, never mind.
You got me so fucked up.
Fighting Max.
You got me so fucked up, bro.
Bro, my bad. Shit. That sounds tough.
All right, and then speaking of Ilia Topuria, next thing we're going to talk about is who is fighter of the year.
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 people up for it, 2 clear contenders, Ilia Topuria
and Alex Pereira.
This is like a really, really tough one because Topuria has less fights, but he also has the higher competition. And then Pereira has slightly lower competition, but he's the quickest person to get 3 title defenses, and it was in like 9 months or 6 months or some shit like that. So, man, the points I'll make on Pereira is he's a company man. Mm-hmm. He stepped up 3 of those title defenses. He stepped up twice on short notice, and all of them were by knockout. And I think what makes it so impressive is everybody knows exactly how he's going to knock you out, and he still does it every single time. Topuria, Volk and Max back to back, both by finish. That's gnarly.
Both knocked out 2 of the greatest.
That is gnarly.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with Pereira though.
I'm going Pereira too.
I'm going Pereira, fighter of the year.
I'm going Pereira, and I think even if you're kind of swinging towards Pereira, he might fight one more time this year. Recently, Bilal Muhammad just pulled out of his title fight.
He's just gonna jump to 170?
No. So if Shafkat either A, can't get a replacement, or B, he does get a replacement, they would have to put gold on the line to make it worth the pay-per-view. But the UFC just called and asked if Pereira would take the fight on short notice versus Magomed Ankalaev. December 12th.
Oh.
Main event for the light heavyweight title on short notice again. I don't think he should take that fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he did take the fight.
And I think he would win.
That's a great fight. It just depends on how Magomed approaches the fight, if he's going to wrestle or if he's going to stand and strike. You're going to stand and strike. I got Pereira 8 days out of the week. But it just depends on what he does.
So then it's clear-cut Pereira.
I think it's Pereira. I think it's a slight edge on Pereira right now. If he fights again and wins, it's clear-cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's
Who
the
knows?
take.
Conor may come back and fight 3 fights back-to-back and take the belt.
Okay. But yeah. I mean, nothing to take away from Pereira. I mean, you can't take away shit. He's the guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think next year, if he puts in 2-3 title defenses, it's...
He said he's going to be the highest paid athlete in 2025. Maybe he does it. Actually, he won't. But
I could totally see that, bro.
the highest paid athlete?
In MMA or like...
No, he said in the world. You got people like LeBron James. You got fucking this Ronaldo and Messi, and then you got
Conor out-earned all those guys.
and you still have Conor. Like, he's got to sell something. What's he gonna sell?
Bro, his pay-per-views are gonna go ridiculous next year.
But that's not enough to make $500 million in a year of pay-per-view.
You gotta keep in mind, it's not just the pay-per-view purse. There's the backstage bonuses. There's the merch. There's the pay-per-view points. There's he has multiple businesses outside of the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of shit that goes with that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's gonna be number one.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see that.
Maybe the number one.
He's gonna be on the Forbes list next year, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Unless he gets knocked out.
Yeah. Which I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
I pulled out.
God damn it. Alright, breaking news. Bilal Muhammad has pulled out of his fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov.
This is 100% confirmed.
100% confirmed. And he had a bone infection in his toe. Like, that's gnarly. Can't really knock him too much for that. But there's a lot of options in the line now. I heard that Shavkat still wants to fight on the card. And I assume because of the extent of the injury, Bilal's going to be out for probably 6 months, maybe more. So I assume
I see 2 good options.
Shavkat's probably going to get an interim title shot, which totally makes sense.
And I know the 2 options that would be the best.
So
Shavkat versus Colby or Shavkat versus Usman?
Colby's not getting a fucking interim title shot, bro. I'm down. Like, I'm down to see it. But no. I think the clear one's Usman. And even though Usman's coming off 3 losses, you have to keep in mind 2 of them were at welterweight title fights, and then 1 was a middleweight fight. So that
on 9 days' notice.
Yeah, so I think that Usman versus Shavkat is the fight to make, interim title in December. It just makes sense. And Usman and Bilal were already tripping back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, so it kind of just makes it easier for Bilal.
Uh-huh.
Let's see who wins, and they got next.
I think Usman gets the belt back if he wins.
I think Usman wins. No disrespect.
Do you think
or
Bilal
Shavkat.
beats Usman?
I think Usman's a lot tougher fight for Bilal than Shavkat is. Just because the wrestling is like where Bilal's game comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So Usman's just going to have a better ability to neutralize that game.
Yeah.
But I like that fight.
I like it.
I love that fight.
It actually makes it more exciting.
It does, and I think Usman gets the job done. In recent news, you got a couple cuts on the UFC. There were some big cuts that I didn't really see coming. Robelis Despain got cut.
Yeah.
He was the heavy.
He had some hype behind him.
He had a ton of hype.
And he knocked out his first win or 2. Was it 1 or 2?
The first one.
Yeah,
Super
first
quick. He went 1 and 2 in the UFC. I think the UFC just kind of realized that he wasn't ready for the level of grappling. And keep in mind, like, he's not fighting killers that are like wrestlers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, these guys are... no disrespect, but they're not like elite wrestlers, and they're just whooping his ass. You know, so, but I did see President Awesome, Dana Brown, president of Karate Combat.
Oh shit!
I love that, bro.
Yeah, that would be perfect for him.
Keep that guy standing up.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Robelis to Spain versus Sam Elvey for the freaking Karate Combat heavyweight title. Let Robelis get a win.
Well, don't they have super heavyweight?
Do they?
Well, because remember, Sam Alvey was telling us that heavyweight is actually light heavyweight.
Oh yeah, Robelis can't make that weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, either way, Robelis to Spain in Karate Combat, I think that's the perfect match for him. Mm-hmm. Perfect match for him. And he's still like, even though he's got some L's, he's still a really big name. And I think everyone just wants to see him fight on the feet. So the other cut was UFC flyweight Nikolai Matheus.
Oh shit!
Yeah, did not see that one coming.
The one that Alex Perez knocked out.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like, he has a ranking next to his name, so that one was pretty surprising to me. But he went on a little skid there, and I think the UFC for flyweight specifically, like, if you're not gonna be a potential champion, I don't think they're very interested. Mm-hmm. Because they don't want
even potential champions they get rid of.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's like flyweight's a little bit.
They're looking for their next Demetrius Johnson.
They need.
It's not coming.
It's not coming. But I think flyweight you have to be like in the mix for a title, like, or you're not gonna.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know what's next for him. I think he's a good mixed martial artist, not necessarily like great at striking, great at grappling. It's just he's just kind of good all the way around. So I can see him going to like a PFL, a Bellator, and I can see him being really successful over there too. So we'll see what happens with him, but
good luck to you.
Yeah. Really quick shout out to the class of 2020 in the UFC. Every sport has draft classes, right? You got basketball, you got football, you got all that good stuff, right? Everyone has draft classes. The UFC draft class of 2020 is ridiculous stacked. You have guys like Ilya Topuria,
DDP.
You have Aspinall,
Hamza Chimaev,
and I'm pretty sure you have Shavkat you have Shavkat in that one too.
5 potential future champs, 2 champs, 3 potential champs.
So Ilya champion, DDP champion,
Tom interim
champion, Chimaev #1 contender, Shavkat #1 contender. Like, that's crazy.
COVID brought some dogs out.
Dogs, bro. I love that. All right, and then we will fire through the UFC Fight Night coming up. Won't spend too much time on it, but I do want to go over a couple of these fights. You have Gerald Meerschaert versus Rainer De Ridder. Rainer De Ridder, we talked about him.
We did.
Yeah, we talked about him. He came in for his UFC debut. He's coming in. He's from one championship, and he was a 2-weight world champion. So this is going to be a good one. We talked about him getting signed on.
Yeah.
So now this is his first UFC fight.
And we talked about the fight.
Gerald?
Yeah.
Did we?
I think we did, yeah.
Cool. Well, I got Rainer De Ridder.
Me too.
Coming in, new blood. Gerald Meerschaert is solid. But you get past him, you get yourself into a top 15 fight, work your way towards the title.
Exactly.
Ricky Turcios, he's fighting. I don't know too much about his opponent, but Ricky Turcios was on The Ultimate Fighter, absolute dog. He did take a L to Raul Rosas Jr. last, but I think he's always exciting to watch.
For the co-main event, you got Cody No Love Garbrandt versus Miles Johns. Cody, former champion, exciting to watch. Hands of stone knockout power. I love seeing Cody win. He's a teammate of Alex Perez, someone who we've had on the pod. And even before that, I always want to see Cody No Love knock someone out.
Yeah. Miles Johnson, solid though, 15-2. Miles Johns is solid though, 15-2. He's coming in with a good amount of experience, and I'm sure there's a lot more tape on Cody to watch than there is on him. So
that's true.
We'll see how that goes. They matched him up for a reason.
And for the main event, you got Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates.
I love this.
This is going to be a banger. This is going to be a stand-up battle, and I'm going to have to go with the vet, Neil Magny.
I'm going the opposite, bro. I'm going on Carlos. That guy is on the trajectory right now. He just came off a immaculate performance against, I think it's Ling Jing Ang or
Ling Jing Zhang?
Ying Ying Jang.
Something like that. Sorry,
Yin
we don't
Yang
speak
twin.
Mandarin.
Yin Yang twin, something like that. But his striking is really good. And this guy, I follow him on Instagram. This guy just eats steaks, smokes cigarettes, drinks beer, and has a bunch of chicks around him.
I'm changing my pick. I'm going Carlos Prates. I'm changing my pick.
He's such an exciting fighter.
Does he really smoke cigarettes though?
Yes.
Damn, that's
Bro,
he needs to hit up Alex Pereira.
They're
And
both
get on the
Brazil-
Zins.
and he's Brazilian.
He needs to get on the Zins.
I'm pretty sure he does Zins too, bro. I wouldn't doubt it.
Because the cigarettes, that'll fuck you up. But the Zins.
But bro, he's just smoking, flipping a steak, drinking a beer, and has chicks next to him with his shirt off and a chain on.
That's my fucking guy.
I was like, bro, this guy, he's the guy.
Yeah, I got him. I'm
Neil
sorry.
Magny.
Neil Magny's bad.
But he's like the certified gatekeeper of welterweight. So you break through Neil Magny, you get a top 10 fight. And we'll see where it goes from there.
There's a new fighter born into the era. Jonah Zepeda was born October 26th at like what? Like
5:23 a.m.
5:23?
5:23 a.m.
Damn, you texted me like 5 minutes after that fool was born, huh?
Yeah, bro. You're the first person to text.
Was I the first person that replied?
Yes.
I'm gonna cry. It's too far up to look.
Yeah. My son was born this last Saturday. So that was cool.
Yeah.
He was born on fight day for Ilya and Max. His name's Jonah. I was about this close to naming him Hamzat Chimaev. But
Hamzat Chimaev Zepeda. You should have named him Jonah Wolf.
Damn.
Or Jonah. What's Ilya's name?
You know what's crazy? I have to go back to the hospital tomorrow to update the birth certificate because it didn't get like processed the right way. I could still change his name.
What's Ilya's nickname?
Jonah Tapuria Zepeda.
Hmm.
El Matador.
Oh yeah, I did El Matador. Jonah Wolf.
Jonah the Blessed Express Zepeda.
If he didn't lose,
I
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna change his. He texted. I'm gonna change his name to What'd you say? Max Holloway Zepeda.
I said
Jonah.
Jonah Max Holloway the Reaper Zepeda, some shit like that.
I'm gonna change his name to Jonah UFC 308 Zepeda.
Bro, this guy got me the day off. I was supposed to work that day.
For real.
He literally got me the day off. And he was born early in the morning.
So you got to.
So I got to watch the fights.
Let me ask you something. First of all, don't worry, I'll wait.
What?
Two things.
Two things.
Just two things. First of all, this was episode number 49 of the Putasos podcast. Second thing, next episode is episode 50 of the Putasos podcast.
We should do a giveaway or something. What if I gave away 3 pounds of pure gold?
You can't give away your gold medal.
Why I'm gonna win fucking 80 more of them.
No, you're not. Maybe like 5.
5?
You're gonna go in 80 tournaments.
Bro, I'll
Mate, you're 40.
28.
Act your fucking age.
Oh, and I got a competition coming up December 8th in Westlake, California.
It's your boy Sammy Fucks. Your boy Joe Jackoff. Episode number 49. Please like, please comment, and subscribe. This is making the final cut. I don't care what Joe says. I'm the editor. We'll see you on the next one. Episode number 49. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, like the reels, share the reels. We're out here. We're doing this shit on the weekly. It's your boy Sammy Fucks and Joe Jackoff. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
And on some real shit, I'm gonna pull a Moicano right here. You better like our fucking posts. You follow us anyway. There's 700 and something of you motherfuckers. We're getting 50 likes over here. And I know you're watching it too, so you better start liking our shit.
Or else.